Hello friends and welcome back to another video. In the previous video we discussed about special methods or dunder methods. So in this video we are going to discuss about property decorator. So you guys can see here that we have a simple class students in which we have first name and the last name as attributes, where full name methods give us the full name of the object. So let's add an object to our class. S1 equals students, and in the empty parentheses let it be Mr. Bean. I can't guess of another name right now, so let it be Mr. Bean. And down here I will write print, and in the empty parentheses S1 dot email, and I will copy it and paste it total 3 times. And let's change the email to full name and then first name. You guys can see we have an empty parenthesis after the full name as it is a method. So if I run the code, you will see we get Mr. Bean at email.com. This is Mr. Bean and Mr. So that means our code is working fine. So let me show you some exceptions now. Let's suppose if s1 dot first name is changed to, let's say, what should it be? Let it be Mike. In the double quotation marks we will set it Mike. So if I run the code, you will see we get Mr. Bean at email.com. This is Mike Bean and Mike, which is the first name. So the first name in the email hasn't changed. Why is that so? It is because firstly, when we created the object, it runs the init method and follows the instructions. The init method takes previous first name, while the full name method uses the current full name, which is Mike, and follows its instructions which were given to it in the method. So now to solve this problem, we can also define an email method the way we define the full name method. As the full name method takes the current first name, the email method should do the same. So let's create an email method. I will copy the full name method and paste it below. Let's change the name of the method to email and remove this line, this is, and also the space between the curly brackets. So that would be first name, last name at email.com. So now let's comment out this line in the init method. But before running the code, you have to add empty parentheses in the print statement after the email. So if I run the code now, you will see that our problem is solved. So now you guys might have noticed that we are accessing the full name and the email as a method but not as an attribute. So to access the email and the full name as attributes, we have to add the property decorator above them. So how to add a property decorator? A property decorator can be added simply by typing add property above the name of the function or method. Now by adding the property decorator, we can move these empty parentheses, and if I run the code, you will see we get the same result. Now I haven't added the property decorator for the full name, and if I remove these empty parentheses and now run the code, you will see we get this non-user friendly output. But if I add the property decorator for the full name and now run the code, you will see we get the same result, which is this is Mike Bean. So in this way we can access the method as an attribute. So now let's move this line s1.firstname is equal to Mike, and now I want to set the full name of s1 to, let's say, another name I have to guess. Let it be Bob Richard. Let it be Bob Richard. So s1 dot full name is equal to Bob Richard. If I run the code, you will see we get an error, attribute error, which is can't set the attribute. This problem can be solved by setter and deleter decorators. So to add the setter or deleter method or decorator, I have to write here at full name, which is the method name. So at full name dot setter, that means I have to set at full name, and then the name of the method def full name self, and an argument I will write here, which is name, which we have commented out for now. So first name comma last name equals name dot split, and in the empty parentheses in double quotation marks a space. So what it will do is it will split the Bob Richard in two parts by a space, and it will set the first name Bob and the second name Richard. So I have to assign these first name and last name. Self dot first name equals first name and self dot last name equals last name. If I run the code now, but before that let's remove this comment, and if I run the code now, you will see we have completely changed the full name of the object, bobrichard@email.com. This is Bob Richard and the first name is Bob. So you have seen that before adding the full name dot setter decorator, we were not able to change the name of the object. If I change the Bob Richard to Bob Bean and now run the code, you will see we have completely changed the name again. So in this way, the setter decorator is helpful. So to delete the full name, I have to write here delete del s1 dot full name, not first name, it is full name. And if I run the code, you will see we get an error, which is again attribute error, which is can't delete the attribute. So as we have used the full name dot setter decorator, I will copy this and I will paste here again, but instead of setter I will write here deleter. And now let's move these lines and the argument, and I will write here print name deleted in the double quotation marks, name deleted, and here I have to assign the first and last name again. So self dot first name equals none and self dot last name equals none. Now if I run the code now, you will see the name is deleted. So this was the last video of object oriented programming in Python. So I have completed the course, and yeah, that's it for today guys, and I hope to see you again in the next series, and I hope that would be Flask, the web development in Python. I hope so. I will try to upload, but it can be changed. So that's it for today guys. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next video.